chiefs say the process is aimed at simply cementing the military junta's rule. Military delegates in the new parliament hold an 80% majority. More heavy rain in Sri Lanka has caused severe flooding in the north, central and eastern provinces. Government says the floods have claimed at least 13 lives and about 800,000 people have been forced to flee their homes. Manel Fernandez, who is in Colombo, says the agricultural sector has been hit really hard.
There's definitely going to be some urgent action that needs to be sort of addressed in these areas. Livelihoods, agriculture has been washed away. I mean, 10 days ago, we had a serious flooding in the eastern areas as well as the north central. This time the north central part of the country is more hit. And we're hearing that lots of the agricultural lands that escaped some of the torrential rains and subsequent floods during the last cycle seem to have been washed away this time round. So there will be some sort of hard problems to address.
To Australia, where thousands of people are clearing up yet again, this one after Cyclone Yasi hit the coast of Queensland. One person is confirmed dead, heavy rain still causing lots of problems, and there are also warnings of flash floods. Nadim Barber has more.
They've been through a lot, but now help's arrived.
As long as I've got an access, we can get ourselves there.
Mate, well, yeah, we're going to, that's where we're all here. We've got a big mob of people.
Cyclone Yasi has left this family in Queensland, like thousands of others, stranded. The day after the Category 5 cyclone hit Australia's northeast coast, rain still making the clean-up operation difficult. Winds of nearly 300 kilometres an hour smashed up homes and businesses, leaving many people with no power supply or running water. The cyclone wasn't as destructive as many predicted, but it was terrifying enough for those who witnessed it.
The eye came over, you could see stars through it. We went out and cleaned up some tin that was lying around because we knew it was going to blow from the north next. And then sure as eggs, after about 25 minutes, bang, it came back on, and it came on really strong from the north.
4,000 soldiers are now helping to clear the debris. Queensland Premier Anna Bligh has seen for herself some of the devastation. So has Australia's Prime Minister. Speaking to Al Jazeera, Julia Gillard said getting the area back to normal would not be easy.
We need to rebuild a lot of infrastructure, a lot of roads, rail, ports, and that is going to take some time. We can't do everything at once, so we're going to sequence the most urgent priorities to make sure communities can get back to normal in the sense of farmers getting their product to market and our great mining businesses getting their coal and other mineral exports out to our ports.
Queensland's still recovering from severe floods. They killed 35 people across eastern Australia and caused an estimated $10 billion in damage. The government says the cyclone could mean inflation rising a further 0.25%. For the victims, that's the least of their worries.
Yesterday I was like, yeah, we're still alive. Today it's like, start cleaning up. But it's all good.
Nadim Barber, Al Jazeera.
To the Americas, a video has been released showing police in Texas severely beating an African-American teenager. Security camera last March taped 15-year-old Chad Holly's arrest and subsequent beating by at least 8 officers in Houston. All have since been fired. They await trial on various charges. Holly himself was convicted and put on probation.
Ain't no hiding from this one. There's no sweeping this under the rug. How many times has this happened and there are no cameras to see this? We hear these stories all the time in our community, all the time. We just happen to have one that was caught on tape.
Unemployment rate in the United States has fallen to 9%, the lowest in almost 2 years. But at the same time, only 36,000 jobs were actually created in January, far fewer than economists expected. By contrast, Canada added more than 69,000 jobs during that same period. The astronaut husband of wounded US Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords says he will command a space shuttle mission due to take off in April. Mark Kelly stopped training for the mission last month after his wife was shot in the head in Tucson, Arizona. He will resume training next week, though, to lead the Space Shuttle Endeavour's last flight. Kelly says his wife would support the decision.
Considering a bunch of other factors, including what Gabrielle would want me to do, and what her parents and her family and my family would like, I ultimately made the decision that I would like to return and command STS-134.
Coming up on the News Hour, the waiting game goes on for 3 Pakistan cricketers.
I'm Rahul Pathak in Doha, awaiting that decision on the 3 Pakistani cricketers accused of corruption, and we wait to find out whether or not they're going to be banned for life.
Afghanistan is faced with a huge challenge.
Relations have gone really sour between us and our allies.
We have inflicted considerable damage on the enemy.
The people who make international headlines.
Ultimately, the truth will out.
They want to stop this publication of information that embarrasses them.
Make time for Sir David Frost. Frost over the world. On Al Jazeera.
Decoding the stories that shape our views.
Those images catapulted the story back into the headlines.
Everything that I thought would be easy was hard, and everything that I thought would be hard was easy.
From mainstream media to consumer-led advertising.
There are other options.
What's at the front line of global media?
This has been reported worldwide.
With a major media angle to it.
Comparing news and challenging views. The Listening Post. At this time on Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera is journalism without frontiers.
Police are pushing the protesters and the media back off of the street.
From the mainstream.
Who will pay the ultimate price for this disaster?
To the unreported world.
Taking the less traveled path often gives you a fresh perspective.
Breaking the boundaries.
This is almost certainly the largest leak of military information in history.
Cutting through the hype.
You can see the angry exchanges outside the Ministry of Transport.
Al Jazeera is setting the news agenda.
Time for some sports news, and 3 Pakistan cricketers are waiting to learn their fate at an anti-corruption hearing here in Qatar. Mohammed Amir, Mohammed Asif, Salman Butt, all accused of spot fixing by the sports world governing body. The trio are charged with conspiring to accept illegal payments in return for bowling no balls, an illegal delivery at pre-arranged times during a test match against England last year. This independent anti-corruption